I was full of zeal and excitement, and she was kind of being a Debbie Downer. And I thought to myself, oh, she's a job hopper. Oh, I was judging sis. I was judging her. Welcome back to my channel. I am Nurse Channie and I'm back with another nursing video. So today I want to talk about a topic that is very common in the nursing community. Actually, what inspired it was a post that I saw today in the Black Nurses Rock group on Facebook. And a young lady posed the question, I've been a nurse for 5 years. Is it too early for nurse burnout? And she got, from what I could see as I was scrolling through the comments, I believe that she got some great feedback for her question. Oddly enough, a lot of people responded and said, I've only been a nurse for less than a year and I'm burnt out. Which, that's a whole nother conversation, because if you're burnt out from nursing after 6 months, maybe, I gotta be honest, maybe nursing is not the career for you. So if you guys don't know, I'm a nurse educator. I have a bachelor's in nursing and I also have a master's in nursing education. And so I teach nursing students sometimes. Taking a little hiatus right now because I felt like I needed a break. Talk about burnout. Today when I meet my students, I like to get to know them. One of the questions that I ask them is, why do you want to be a nurse? And before they can answer it, I tell them, your response cannot be one of two things. I like to help people and I want to make good money. So why do I tell them that those two answers are not suitable? Because you can do anything and help someone. You don't have to be a nurse to help people. And you can make money doing just about anything. So those two reasons should not be reasons why you want to be a nurse. I'm just going to be honest, because obviously you're going to be helping people while you're a nurse. And obviously nurses make a decent wage. Another video, or maybe we'll touch on it a little bit here. People have the misconception that nurses make a lot of money. Yeah, you can. You have the ability to be a high earner. You definitely can do a variety of things to make a great wage. However, just your basic nurse who's working at the bedside, working her 3 shifts a week, you make a decent enough salary to be able to take care of you and your family, depending on what your spending habits are, what your lifestyle needs are. But nurses don't make a lot of money just at the bedside. Yes, nurse burnout is real. It is real. So, quick story. When I was in nursing school back in probably 2006, I think it was my junior year of nursing school. So 2006, 2007, I had quit my full-time job because I could not keep up with the load of being a full-time student, because at some point nursing school gets overwhelming. It's difficult to keep a full-time job and keep up with your workload in nursing school. So I was doing this research study and I was getting paid to help out with this research study on bunions. Very interesting, by the way. So I met a nurse who, she was a seasoned nurse, and you know, when you meet seasoned nurses and you're a new nurse or a nursing student, you can always spark up that conversation about, you know, what makes you want to be a nurse. So she and I were talking one day and I was full of zeal and excitement, like, yes, I am so excited. I'll be glad when school is over. And she was kind of being a Debbie Downer. So I was like, what is up with this lady? I'm being all excited and chipper about the prospect of being a nurse, and she is making me feel like I'm making a mistake by being in nursing school. One of the things that she said to me that day was, she said, being a nurse is great. What I like most about it is the flexibility. When the job that you're in is no longer working for you, you should move on. And she said, that's what I have done. I will stay at a job as long as it is working for my life. As long as I'm happy there, I'll stay. But the moment that it causes me stress or it's not working for my lifestyle, I leave. And I thought to myself, oh, she's a job hopper. Oh, I was judging sis. I was judging her. I was like, she's a job hopper. I pride myself on being a loyal employee. I'm never going to be a job hopper. Guess what? I've been a job hopper. I'm not even going to lie. Nursing, the beauty of nursing is, and this is what I share with my students all the time, one of the best things about nursing is the flexibility to do a variety of things. Now, I always had the mindset that I'm going to be at the bedside forever. I want to help people. I want to take care of people. I had goals of being a midwife at some point in my career. You know, I was like, I want to birth babies. This is what I want to do. I'm doing this forever. Okay? But as my career has transitioned, I don't know that the bedside is where I would like to be for my whole career. A matter of fact, I know it's not. Like, I have a passion for the bedside, but I had to step away from it. I stepped away from the bedside because it can be overwhelming to constantly be taking care of people. It can be overwhelming. You can become disgruntled with your job, with the atmosphere around you. And as I have grown, I have really settled into a space of, you know, if it does not feed my soul, if it doesn't feed my spirit, if it doesn't esteem me, uplift me, make me want to give my best in a situation, then it's not for me. And so I look at my career as a nurse the same way, where I'm very passionate about taking care of moms and tiny humans. I love being at a delivery. I haven't done a delivery in a while because I've been doing a lot of postpartum, but I love the feeling of being at a delivery and just this new life is coming forth. I mean, when I'm laboring with a woman, I say laboring like I'm in labor, but you know, when she's pushing, I'm pushing. I'm like, girl, come on, let's do it. So I love everything about that. I love the joy of, you know, helping new parents take care of their new bundle of joy. Like, there are a lot of joyous things about what I do, but there are a lot of things that will get on your nerves, okay? The shifts are long. 12 hours is a long day. Most people work an 8-hour day. So if you work a 12-hour shift, you are really up and out of your house for 14, 15 hours, depending on your commute. So I get up at about 5:15, so I could be out by 6 to get to the hospital by 6:45, 7 o'clock. So, you know, it's a long day. You're away from your family a lot. When you work a 12-hour shift, when you come home from work after you have been bent over backwards to take care of people, meet their needs, get them everything that they need so they are comfortable and well taken care of, the last thing you want to do when you come home is have to do the same thing. And if you're like me, a mom, you still gotta be mom. You still got to be wife. You still got to be daughter, sister, whatever. You still have a life to live outside of work. And so that's where some of the burnout comes from. Sometimes you begin to not like what you're doing as a nurse. Sometimes you don't like the people you work with. 12 hours is a long time to be at work with people that you like, girl, you are working my nerves. You know, it's a long day to be around people that's not your family. And it's like, give me 50 feet. So that can be overwhelming. Nurses, we don't always get breaks. People like to enjoy their meals and sit down and have a break. Sometimes you don't get a break as a nurse. That can surely lead to burnout if you're working 12-hour shifts and you're not getting a sufficient break. Yeah, that will make you burnt out. Other things are you just may not enjoy the specialty that you're in. And that was a lot of feedback that the young lady who posed that question in Black Nurses Rock group. A lot of people said maybe you need to change your specialty. And I could not agree more because I work in the specialty that I planned to work in as a nurse. If I would have had to work like a med surge or, some medical floor that I'm not interested in, I don't know that I would have lasted this long at the bedside, because I'm not interested in med surge. I'm not interested in ICU. I'm not interested in the ED. The only other thing that I might want to do in terms of a hospital nurse is a PACU nurse. Now, PACU nurses seem like they got a sweet deal. Their schedule is nice. It may be a little boring, but everything else in terms of the hospital, in terms of the bedside, it doesn't really interest me. So not being in the specialty area that you like can cause burnout for sure. Working holidays, working weekends, that can cause you to be burnt out. Obviously, we all want to enjoy our families. We want to enjoy friends. Summer is coming up. I see emails flying back and forth from the staff nurses, because you guys know I'm a travel nurse. And so being a traveler, you can kind of cater your schedule in terms of holidays the way that you would like it. Like, you can request things and ask for things to be put into your contract if you need them off, which I was just talking to my recruiter today about the 4th of July, where I'm gonna be an Essence baby and I'm not gonna be delivering no babies. Having to work weekends, having to work holidays, that can lead to burnout. Like, everybody wants to have a little downtime. So you miss out on a lot of life events sometimes being a nurse. That can lead to burnout. Your schedule can lead to burnout. A lot of hospitals, or at least my experience, has been self-scheduling, which is great. Nurses schedule themselves most of the time 6 weeks in advance, so you know what's going on with your life 6 weeks in advance. Sometimes that works against you, because it's hard to plan stuff 6 weeks in advance, or things come up and you're like, dang, I'm already scheduled, I can't go. So self-scheduling is nice, but there are times when, if the self-scheduling, the things that you've requested don't fit the needs of the unit, your scheduling coordinator will make changes, and there's not a lot that you can do about that. That can lead to burnout. On call time, when I was a new nurse, we had to, I think we had to give 32 hours of call time in a 6-week schedule. In case the unit gets busy, they can call you in as an extra person. You could be asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, and your phone rings, like, the unit is busy, babies are just jumping out everywhere, we need you to come in. And that happened to me a good handful of times, where I was like, are you serious, girl? But I had to do what I had to do. That can lead to burnout. While nursing is a great career, I love being a nurse. It offers lots of flexibility, lots of different avenues of things that you can do as a nurse, not just at the bedside. The things that I would suggest that you do if you feel like you're facing burnout in your current position is to begin to look for another position. I have done everything from bedside nursing to home health nursing, nurse educator. I taught clinicals. I have worked as a case manager. I feel like I've done something else. I'm a travel nurse now. That might be it. And I've been a nurse for coming up on 11 years next month. And so I've done a lot with my career. So moving around, finding yourself a different job or something else to fit your needs might be something to help you if you're feeling like you're facing burnout. Secondly, number 2, nurses traditionally work 3 12-hour shifts. That works for most people. You work your 3 12s, you're off for 4, sweet. Some people don't like those long hours. So you could look for a job that is a 9 to 5 job, Monday through Friday. I just came from a job like that. I just quit my 9 to 5 job. It worked out well for me in terms of parenting, in terms of being more present for my family, in terms of not having to work every other weekend or every third weekend unless I wanted to. That worked for my lifestyle. However, most nurses are like, I don't know how you do it working a 9 to 5. I could never do that, because they don't want to give up their days off. Luckily, with my last job, I worked 4 10s. And so that was like the best of both worlds. 4 10-hour shifts. I'm off 3 days a week. It worked for me. So you could consider a 9 to 5 position. That may be of help. When I was going through graduate school, working 9 to 5 was a godsend. There's no way I could have been present for graduate school working full time at the hospital because I had a commitment to work every third Saturday. My graduate school program met every Saturday for 8 hours. So I would be up all day, and I worked nights then. I would be up all day Saturday, get a little piece of a nap, and then I have to be up for 12 hours. So I had to leave that job to finish graduate school. So a 9 to 5 was beautiful during that time. Another thing that you definitely might want to do if you want to increase your options as a nurse is advance your degree. So the lowest degree for a registered nurse, at least in the state of Maryland, is an ADN nurse, a nurse that receives her training at a community college. I actually was going to go that route, but things worked out differently for me. But it's definitely something I considered. So you can sit for the same boards as an ADN as the bachelor prepared nurse. Advancing your degree may open up different positions for you. For example, that job that I just left as a case manager working 9 to 5, they don't hire nurses with a 2-year degree. You have to have a bachelor's degree in order to work in that capacity. So had I just obtained that 2-year degree, although I'm a registered nurse, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So having that bachelor's degree, it opened up my options. So along those same lines, getting your master's degree in an area of nursing opens up other options for you. I'm able to teach nursing students with my master's degree. And then obviously getting your terminal degree as a PhD or DNP prepared nurse, that's going to open up even more opportunities for you, especially when it comes to academia. That's another avenue that you may want to look into. If you're facing burnout, you might want to advance your degree. And then the third thing you might want to do if you're facing burnout is take a vacation. So as nurses, we work. Because if you work them 4 12s, 5 12, we good for working a whole bunch of shifts to stack those coins up, right? But what does that lead to? I'm tired. After I work 4 12s, which some weeks I do work 4 12-hour shifts, all I want to do is relax on my days off. But a lot of nurses work, and they don't reward themselves, or they don't replenish and do things to feed their spirit. We don't always allow ourselves that time to relax. So the third thing you might want to do is schedule yourself a vacation. Even if you have to do a staycation, take some time away from work so that you can relax, refresh, and then go back to work feeling more like yourself, feeling like you are in a position to want to be in a position to be a great nurse so that you can take care of people effectively. So if you're feeling burned out, you might want to look for yourself a new position, advance your degree, or take a vacation, girl. Nursing is a great career. I have no regrets about being a nurse. Do I have days where I'm like, this place is getting on my nerves, these people are getting on my nerves? Absolutely. The beauty in nursing is you have a lot of flexibility to do a variety of things, to continue to learn, to improve your skill set so that you can move around in your career. I thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions about nurse burnout, please leave the comments down below. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and come back for the next video. Peace out.